Dear students, greetings for the day. Today we will study about organization of HR department. The process of creating an organization structure is known as organizing. The modern HR department is organized in a flexible way with very few management layers in order to facilitate free flow of communication. What is the organization of a personnel department? The organizational structure of a company's personnel department answers one question: how to hierarchically arrange HR personnel to foster productivity and profitability. The disposition that the business ultimately selects may show that choices of strategic posture, although not carved in stone, draw on regulatory compliance and top leadership's operating vision, items that generally apply to the organization's long-term prognosis. For example, a strategic stance may call for hiring and promoting top-performing salespeople to increase the company's bottom line. Even if the effort is short-term, it might translate into something long-term if the business grows its sales, expands its market share and wields increased levels of commercial clout. A typical HR hierarchical structure puts a company's chief administrative officer at the top, then lists HR department chiefs, functional supervisors and local HR contacts in a descending order. Functional supervisors cover functions such as hiring, learning and development, termination, regulatory compliance and benefits management. Relationship with policy goals. For corporate personnel management, setting a proper organizational structure is not just a matter of operational convenience. This practice helps HR department supervisors tie operating objectives with top leadership's policy goals, enabling them to maintain strategic flexibility under uncertainty. For example, a company's hierarchical arrangement must be nimble enough to cope with unpredictable or non-routine situations, such as the implementation of new policies and the execution of a company-wide project or long-term initiative, say, a corporate merger or acquisition. The right personnel structure enables the business to quickly deploy its resources to make strategic execution a success. Role of geography. Companies that fare better in an economic downturn often show operating resilience with respect to profit management, cost control and personnel administration. For a multinational company, the structure of a personnel department introduces the notion of local regulatory compliance, an issue that a personnel department's organizational structure addresses. For example, local HR managers are more likely to know domestic laws, hire personnel in accordance with business legislation and adapt the company's global strategy to regional ground conditions. Tools of a well-functioning structure. To create a well-functioning hierarchical structure, HR managers and corporate leadership use tools such as employee performance management software, personnel scheduling programs, process re-engineering software and mainframe computers. Other tools of the trade include calendar and scheduling software, content workflow applications and enterprise resource planning software. HR front office, organization of personnel department, known as HR front office, is responsible for striking rapport with internal groups, client, A designated official, generally, would be meeting the requirements of clients. It centralized traditional HR agendas such as HR administration, payroll, welfare amenities, etc. The back office would take care of legal requirements and regulatory framework. The back office people would be responsible for keeping personnel files, records and data in an accessible form updated almost every week. This independent department looks after functions such as recruitments, training and development, compensation and benefits, industrial relations etc. These centers works in the close coordination with HR front office and HR back office while trying to get the best out of employees through excellent HR practices and procedures. Line structure is a type of structure in which authority flows in direct line from a superior to a subordinate. Each employee knows who is his superior and who has authority to issue order to whom. Managers has full authority in their area of operations and are responsible for final results. In any functional organization, all activities of an organization is divided into different functions such as production, marketing, finance etc. Each functional area is headed by a specialist who directs the activities of that area for the entire organization. Every employee is required to report to his respective functional head. The functional head has line authority over activities of his functional area. HR department in line and staff organization. The line and staff structure combines the benefits of both line organization and functional organization. Staff positions are created to assist line managers. Thus the personnel department offers help and advices on personnel issues to all departments without violating the unity of command principle. The role of a personnel manager attached to the divisional office, branch office or factory of a decentralized organization is particularly a different one. The personnel managers at divisional, branch level is responsible to the local divisional, branch manager. Personnel manager at divisional, branch assist branch manager in devising personnel programs and in the management of personnel at the branch, division. In a matrix organizational structure, employees have two superiors, in that they are under dual authority. One chain of command is functional and the other is a project team. Hence matrix structure is referred to as a multi-command system. Thus, the team of employees which comprise the personnel department have two superiors, I.E personnel manager vertical dimension, and project manager horizontal dimension. Both dimensions of structure are permanent and balanced, with power held equally by both the functional head and a project manager.